Welcome back to another Jay's Collectible video, and I thought we'd take a quick little look at all my carded The Clone Wars Vintage Collection figures, or TVC. Now, from what I remember, there are 6 characters that I'm missing from the collection that I don't have, maybe 7. I'm missing Pre-Vizsla. I think that's the guy that Jon Favreau voiced in the Clone Wars. I'm missing the 501st Trooper from the recent waves back in 2022, I think. I'm missing all 3 ARC Troopers, Havoc, Blitz, and Colt. And then I'm also missing one more character that I cannot think of at the time being. Oh, Bad Batch characters. I'm also mixing them in the Clone Wars. So I'm missing all 4 carded, well, technically 3. We'll get to that in a bit. But I'm missing the carded 4-pack from the Bad Batch, and I'm missing Hunter. So I'm missing a couple figures, but I do have quite a bit. These did come out between 2020 and 2023, I think, 2022. I'm not quite sure what the latest character I added to my collection, but yeah. So I kind of split these up into groups. So up here we have the 3 Jedi from the Clone Wars, and these are the Clone Wars looks. We got Clone Wars Anakin, Clone Wars Obi-Wan, and then Clone Wars Ahsoka. Now this Ahsoka is the Season 7 Ahsoka, so they did release or re-release the season, like earlier seasons of Ahsoka a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago by this point. But I do not have that Ahsoka, so that's my Ahsoka I have. And so yeah, with that, so I'll bring in the card closer. These won't be really much of a review, but more of a just quick look through, because the Bad Batch just came out, so I thought this kind of worked out, even though these aren't Bad Batch characters. I really wish Hasbro would give us Bad Batch characters. So yeah, let's just get the camera up a smidge. There we go. Alright, so I can look at that Clone Wars logo right there and everything. And these are on the thin carded backs. Lost my words for a second. And I kind of forgot how flimsy these were. I guess I've been using the thicker ones for such a long time. By this point, I just kind of forgot. But these are super thin. I'm not a big fan of that because they did warp pretty easily, especially when they're on store shelves. We gotta look at Anakin right there with his lightsaber. It's kind of the pose I had with him, I think, in my action figure shelf. We gotta look at Anakin right there in the bubble. He does come with 2 lightsabers, the hilt and then one with the lightsaber. I guess lit up, and these I think supposed to represent like what he would look like in live action, which is an interesting take, especially for the Black Series. I don't know, I mean, I guess it's cool. I really don't have an opinion. It's not that I don't like it, it's not that I love it, I just find it interesting. I really haven't given any thought to give like a true opinion on whether I prefer photoreal or like if they're animated, they should be animated looks and everything. But yeah, there's a look at Anakin right there. Take a look at the back of the card real quick. You can see who was in the wave at the time. Of course, in this wave, it was a re-release wave. So we had Wicked, Obi-Wan, Darth Maul, and then Anakin, of course. And then I don't remember who's on the back here. I just remember those 4. Visual impairment, and we're still healing, even however many weeks it's been. I hope it heals. But anyway, back to this. You can kind of see for yourself who's on there and everything. So yeah, we got all those characters. I wish I knew who else was on the back. But yeah, and of course we got his VC number up on the top here, which I got. Oh, down goes Anakin. But yeah, you can tell I'm very, very professional when it comes to stuff like that. We're going from even further. There we go. And you can kind of see the, I'll just do this. Can you see it? It's right there. There you go, you see the VC number, his original VC number right there. So yeah, that took a bit of work. So yeah, that's a look at Anakin and everything. And forgive me if the camera like zooming in, it's gonna be all over the place and everything. So just bear with me. So yeah, we spent a lot of time on Anakin. So we'll just set him aside for now. We'll take a look at our next character, which would be Obi-Wan. So I found it kind of cool that these guys came out at the exact same time when they were re-released. Of course, it's in his Clone Wars armor, so he has his clone armor on, his Jedi robes. Get a look at Obi-Wan right there. Again, with Anakin, he has the lightsaber hilt, and then, of course, he has his lightsaber, so that was pretty cool. So, yeah, we can look at Obi-Wan right there on the side, box or packaging, and we can look at the Clone Wars logo right there. So, yeah, it's pretty, again, that flimsy card back. You can look at the characters. So, it's me the same, it should be the same on this card back, just like Anakin's, given they were released around the same time. And then up here is the VC number. I think it's in shot. I think you can kind of see it. So yeah, I think we'll just do that instead. Let me know in the comments below if this didn't work, and if it didn't, I'm sorry. Oh, I can't wait. I mean, my vision wasn't the best anyway at the beginning, but it's definitely not the looked great even after the surgery, so I'm hoping it gets better. But again, I should really stop talking about all that. And finally, we got Ahsoka from Season 7. I don't know which wave she was in, but I do know she was in a wave with Darth Maul, a Jawa, and I think Echo was the other character in that wave. So we get that Clone Wars logo. So I'm wondering if she's going to be the same figure that's going to be re-released, because I think she's also in this Astromech 4-pack that's coming out in, I guess, the future. I can look at her lightsabers, and I finally realized her lightsabers are supposed to be different sizes. I always thought like it was half lit or like her hilt was broken. Please don't go back and watch my original review. I should really do an updated one, which I'll have a chance when the new Ahsoka comes out. If there's an Ahsoka, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be an Ahsoka, but I could be wrong. I don't take my word, or don't quote me on that. But yeah, we got the Ahsoka right there behind a blue background, I think. So we got her. Look at her lightsabers right there. So good look at the back. You can see who else was on the back of the card back there at the time. Gotta look at the Jawa, Echo, and Darth Maul. And once again, I don't know who else is on the back there. But you can look at the top corner. You can see the VC number right there. So, yeah. That's a look at our 3 Jedi. Let's now move on to some clone characters from, well, the Clone Wars. And, yeah. I don't know what the purpose of me putting those back was for. So, anyway, let's move on. Alright, so next up we have our 2 clone troopers from Season 7. We got Captain Rex and we got 332nd. Now, 332nd is definitely from Season 7. I just kind of bundled Captain Rex here because he was released in the wave with the Mandalorian as his Beskar armor, the armor, Moff Gideon, and I think Darth Vader from Rogue One. So with that, let's take a look at these characters. So here we have the Captain Rex, and I remember seeing some reviews because this was before I made YouTube, but I'm not quite sure people were a big fan of this mold. He may be like on an old clone body, but I don't know. I could have sworn I saw some reviews where people, I just don't remember. No, I won't say anything because I don't like anything wrong here, but just know that I saw some reviews. When it comes to my take on this Captain Rex, I actually quite like it. I thought it was pretty good. You get him some pretty cool articulation. Of course, the one thing that I will say is that he had a habit of not holding his guns too well. And sometimes, but in mine, he holds them very well. So I actually don't know why he said that. But yeah, we got like a Captain Rex on the side of the box right there. I don't know if it's just my vision, but it's kind of hard to see him. But I could be wrong. Maybe you can see him a bit clearly, but yeah, we got to look at Captain Rex in the package, and I'm looking forward to get the new Captain Rex that's coming out here this year. Of course, it's based off the Bad Batch, but I don't think he has the little binoculars, macro binoculars. I can't remember what it's called, but unlike the Bad Batch one, which I wasn't a big fan of, but it'll be cool to get a new Captain Rex that can maybe stand in as a Bad Batch and a Season 7 Captain Rex. We can look at the Clone Wars logo right there, and it should be the same for all the packages moving forward. We gotta go up again. So there we go. Get a look at Captain Rex one more time because I'm not quite sure how much he was in shot earlier. And down goes the 332nd. Captain Rex is on that old card back with the very flimsiness of it. But yeah, you can see everyone who's on the back at that time. And we get a look at his VC number right there in the top corner. So, not quite sure if you can see that. I can kind of see it, but I'm not sure if it's blurry or not. But yeah, that's a look at Captain Rex. Pretty cool figure. I'm actually happy how it turned out. I think he was pretty cool. But moving on with the 332nd Clone Trooper. Now, he's on the hard card back, which I was not expecting. You look at the Clone Wars logo right there. We get a look at the 332nd. There's a little scrape right there, so that's unfortunate. But we get a look at this, and now this is on the skinny clone body, as many people called it. His legs are a bit too skinny. He does come with 2 blasters, the rifle and then the smaller blaster. I'm not quite sure what the technical names for clone weapons are. But we have the orange look on his helmet. I do have 2 of these in my army, and I kind of want to get a few more, but of course I have the newer one that's coming out with 4-pack. Get a look at his VC number, and he was released, at least from what I remember, maybe September or November of 2022. He was in a wave with Figure and Dan, the Mandalorian, in his like Imperial disguise, and some other characters. I think Jesse, and there was like one more, Figure and Dan, Mandalorian, Jesse. I'm sure y'all can tell me who it is just by looking at it, but I'm trying to go by memory because I still can't see the stuff clearly here. But yeah, we had those characters on the back there. And so, yeah, that's a look at these two. So overall, I like the idea of this character, but I think out of these two, if I had to pick a favorite currently, it would be Captain Rex. Again, just in my own opinion, I just thought this was a very cool figure, and I thought the one at least I got was very cool. He holds his blasters, and I just liked having Captain Rex, and it'll be cool to see if he comes with a head or on the newer Captain Rex. I can't remember if they revealed that or showed it off at the Hasbro Pulse live stream. So yeah, that is a look at our 2 clone troopers. Let's now move on to 3 ARC troopers, and I bet you all have an idea who I'm talking about. So up next, we got our ARC troopers. Now, these were released in a 3-pack back in 2020, I think. So we have 5s in the middle, I think. We have Echo on the right, I think. And we got Jesse on the left, I think. So 5s came out first, then Echo, then Jesse. So I think I'll hold them. Jesse's my favorite because I like his head design. But we'll take a look at this one real quick. Out of all 3 of these, he is on the harder card back. So we get a look at all the troopers right here in the bubble. We get a look at his helmet, his blasters, and his guns, and his bigger rifle. They're all the same body, I think, just with different paint jobs. Like, I think Echo has like a 5, or was it 5s? One of them has like a handprint on them, but I don't remember which one. I think it's Echo. But yeah, here's Jesse. So let me know, is there a difference between the, like, do they go through a transition of, like, phase 1 and phase 2 armor? Because if not, could this Jesse work as, like, season 7? Because they have the fin on the helmet, and usually that means, like, that's phase 1, I feel like. But, let me know in the comments below. We gotta look at the Clone Wars logo right there, and here's a look at Jesse on the side of the box, or card back. We gotta look at the back of the card, and you can kind of see who was in the waves during that time period. He was released back in that 30-second wave. So yeah, we got all those. And you can kind of look at his number right there on top. I think you can kind of see it. There, it's right there, I think. There you go, you can kind of see his number, it's right there. So yeah, that's a look at Jesse. Pretty cool figure. I think he is pretty cool. I don't actually, you know, I said Jesse's my favorite, but I really don't know who's my favorite out of these 3 ARC troopers. They're basically all the same, just different names. Alright, so next up we have 5s here. We get a look at the Clone Wars logo once again, and we get a look at him on the side. He has his helmet off, so that's pretty cool. And we get like a 5s in the package. Now, I had to buy like 2 of them because I lost his weapons. I'm still missing, I think, his tiny like little pistols right there, but yeah, he's on my shelf. And so I really need to get the other ARC troopers, because even though they're not from this Legion, like the Fellow First, it'd be cool to have all the ARC troopers together. He, of course, was in the wave of Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight, Turb Imwe, and Hano Anaka. He was released at the end of 2020. And we can look at his number right there in the top corner. So, yeah, I think it was BC 175. And actually, I'm not quite sure. I shouldn't say stuff like that if I don't know. But, yeah. That's a look at 5s, and so let's move on to Echo now. And Echo also has the softer card back and everything, so yeah. Now, my original Echo I opened, his helmet was too small. I guess it was just a factory era, and so like, his head was stuck. So my friend Sam had to go in and fix it up where I can take the helmet off. But yeah, we gotta look at the Clone Wars logo right there. We gotta look at Echo right there. We gotta look at Echo in the packaging. Of course, he is in the Bad Batch, but it's not this design. It's a different design for his armor. He was in the same wave as Darth Maul, Ahsoka, and the Jawa. Off-road Jawa, actually, I should say. But yeah, we got all of that. And we get a look at his VC number up there. I think it's somewhere to 200 if I remember everything. So just bring that up a bit more. So yeah. That's a look at his VC number. And so, yeah, that's a look at our 3 ARC troopers. And so, they're pretty cool. Let me know in the comments below which ARC trooper was your favorite. Of course, 2 of them kind of face a very sad death, especially 5's. His death was really sad. And Jesse, of course, was fighting Rex at the end of Season 7. But Echo has survived. I wonder if we'll make it out again, because he already died once, technically. But yeah, we'll see what his story lies within the Bad Batch Season 3 that's coming out here shortly. So, yeah, that's a look at our 3 ARC troopers. So I'll move on to 2 clones. One's from the Bad Batch, and then one is from the Clone Wars, but I didn't really have a category for him. So next up, we got Commander Wolf and Captain Hauser are on. Yeah, this one says Hauser. Now, I do have the 4-pack, I just don't have them carded. And that 4-pack came with the Captain Hauser, but his name was Ballast. I guess that was his name before they changed it. But it's kind of cool to have the right card back, but I know some people were kind of upset because, or weren't a big fan, because it was just basically a repack into a wave that people could have had a different figure. I'm just right in the middle. I mean, it's cool to have it. It's another Bad Batch card, I guess, but at the same time, it's not. But before we move on to the Bad Batch, let's take a look at Wolf here. So this is Commander Wolf. Of course, he was the commander of the Wolf Pack, Plo-Koon's clones and everything. Good look at him right there. I think he has his helmet off. And he's once again on that softer card back. Good look at the Clone Wars logo up in the top right here. And I will say, if I had to pick a character out of this entire, like, Clone Wars wave I have, it's probably Wolf. He does not hold his guns or blasters too well in his hands. And I don't know, I just wasn't a big fan of, not of his character in his show, but, like, just of this figure in general, like, the action figure right here. I just don't know what I don't like. Just, like I said, his guns aren't in his hands too well. And therefore, it's kind of hard to get him in, like, a pretty unique positions, and also if you're a kid and you have these, it's kind of hard to play with them when like the blasters keep falling out of the hands and everything. But we can look at the wave he was in. He was in the wave with the Power Droid or Gonk Droid, Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper, and then K2SO, and then some other characters on the bottom. Again, I'm not quite sure who's in the wave before or after this. But we get a look at his number right there. He was somewhere in the 60s if I remember, because it came out right after the Mandalorian wave. But we got that right there, so hopefully that wasn't shot. I'm kind of switching back between my good and bad eye, so in one eye it looks bad, but the other eye looks good. So hopefully every time I switch over to the good eye, it turns out well in the comments below. So yeah, and here's Captain Hauser, of course, on that harder card back. This is probably the latest character I've gotten that was released last year. So he is out of like 6 different carded characters. He is the only one I have. So Hasbro, or at least when it comes to TVC, they have not released any Bad Batch characters besides Hunter. And even then, I really want a Crosshair in his clone outfit. So yeah, the TVC has not made too many Bad Batch characters, and it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, here we are at Season 3, and I do like the Bad Batch the more I think about it. They're a pretty cool team. It's kind of nice focusing on this little squad and whatnot. But anyway, anywho, we got Captain Hauser here. That's enough talk. Now, I will say, I'm kind of shocked the Black Series has not made him. I mean, he's a pretty cool clone. He played a small little part in the Clone Wars, or I mean, the Bad Batch. And I'm just kind of shocked they did not do that. Now, I would assume this is the same card back he had at the original figure, but I'm not quite sure. He is on, I think, the original clone body with the skinny legs. And we get a look at the back right here. I'm not even quite sure which, now of all of them, I'm not quite sure which wave he was in. But we get a look at the back right there. Take a look at the number right there. So, yeah. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you all think of Hauser in the show? I thought he was pretty cool. Just kind of wish the Black Series will make him. For someone who collects TVC, you're probably wondering, why do I want the Black Series to make Captain Hauser? Well, stay tuned until the 21st. I've given so many hints over the last few weeks. I'm sure people have an idea what I'm going to do for that day. But, yeah. That's a look at our 2 clones, and so with that, let's now move on to our final category, which is the Mandalore art category with Darth Maul and a couple of the, not captains, but with a couple of the Mandalorians from Season 7. Alright, so now we're going to end off here with our final category. This is Darth Maul, and then we got the Mandalorian Captain Super Commando and the Super Commando, and we got one of the Bo-Katan's characters. I want to say Airborne, but it's not Airborne. It started with an A, I swore, but let me know in the comments below what this blue one was called again. So, yeah, with that, I guess we'll move on with Darth Maul here. He is a final character in my collection when it comes to Clone Wars with the soft card back. You look at the Clone Wars logo right there. You look at Darth Maul package right there. You can split this lightsabers into 2. I did have trouble standing him up in my original review, if I recall, and just in general. So that's just something to know about him. I'm not quite sure if that was just me or if other people had trouble standing him up. But yeah, we had that. Of course, he was in the way with Ahsoka, Echo, and the Off-Road Jala. And then, of course, you can see his number, I believe, up right here, which I gotta move the camera up again. So up we go, and there we go. Get like the number, VC number right there in the corner. So yeah, that's a look, I guess, at our Darth Maul here. So let's move on to our next character. So this is the Mandalorian Super Commando Captain, I think. That's a very thick card back, actually, and I think about holding it in hand. He is a bit heavy because he has a jetpack and a few other accessories. But we can look at that. I will say, with the horns on their helmet, they do look pretty cool. Clone Wars logo right there. Get a look at him on the package right there. So, yeah. Now, I do need one of these guys open. It's either the captain or the normal commando guy, but I don't remember. I just know I had one of these already. I just need to get one more to have one open my open collection. Here's a look at the back of the card. You can see who's in the wave at the time. Get a look at the top right there with the VC number. And so, yeah, again, I wasn't quite sure. I have one of these guys, but I'm not quite sure which one I have, but it's sealed. I need one of these, the captain or commando guy. But yeah, that's a look at that character. Set aside real quick. Move on to this character, which is the commando, I think. So, Clone Wars logo. It's pretty cool. Card back. Again, I really can't even tell you what the difference is between those two characters. I'm sure it's like a stripe or something, but let me know in the comments below. It's been a while since I've taken a look at these guys. But we got that. So we can take a look at the back here. We get a look at the back with the different characters on the back. And then we get a look at the VC number up in that corner, which I think you can kind of see. So, yeah. That is a look at those characters. Now, almost about to end it there, but we still have one more. So let's grab this guy here. Get a look at the Clone Wars logo once more. And here's the look at this Mandalorian. It's one of the Bo-Katan troops and everything. So, I just wish I remember what the title of his was. You can see it right there. I'm sure people can tell me in the comments below, but I just can't remember for the life of me. So, we could look at that. I do like the blue on it. He does look pretty cool with the blue and everything. This is a wave of Jesse. I think there was one of these guys in that wave, now that I think about it. I solved the mystery. Yay. So yeah, we gotta look at all the characters on the back there. And we gotta look at the VC number up there, which I could have been doing this the entire time, I guess, to hide the white back there. So, yeah. So that is a look at all of my vintage collection characters from the Clone Wars. So, let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. Given that the Bad Batch is coming out, and I guess this really wasn't really Bad Batch related, but it's Clone Wars and clones and animated stuff, I thought I'd do a video showing off these characters. And yeah, I mean, I guess we did have one Bad Batch character, but there are a couple figures, like I said, I have carded, or I mean, it's open on my shelf. I just don't have them carded. And like I said, that was Hunter. That's the Elite Squad Trooper. Commander Gray, I think. And then, of course, Captain Rex from the Bad Batch. And then Hauser. And so, I have those characters. And I, of course, still need the 3 ARC Troopers, Blitz, Colt, and Havoc. But I saw them all in Walmart. There's a pretty good deal, but given the purchases I made for a video coming up, I don't even spend anything. Plus, I still need to get the Sabine and Chopper for the Ghost and everything. So, yeah. That is a look at all my Clone Wars characters. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. Let me know if you want to see another video like this in the future, showing off my Return of the Jedi from the Vintage Collection, which is up there, or the Mandalorian characters. I got a bunch of those on the wall to the left. I'm not going to show that wall. So, with that, I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.